Yeah, we can have a freewheeling question and answer session.
Yeah, freewheeling question.
Hare Krishna.
Or maybe you can quickly introduce yourself to Prabhu and so that you get to know who we are.
We'll start from you, Prabhu.
I already
Yeah, we both got enough introduction of each other.
Aryan Prabhu.
Prabhu, my name is Aryan.
Hare Krishna.
I work as a fabricator in Nortal. It's a
Okay.
company here in Pakistan.
Okay.
And I am also doing something in my music, like learning about it.
Okay.
And apart from this, like I have some hobbies like reading and doing yoga.
Very nice.
I came into Krishna consciousness like 8 or 9 years ago, but like it was happened with me like somebody gave me chanting back.
Okay.
And then after some time somebody gave me DTs.
Yeah.
And that's like I came like into the...
Very good. Okay.
That's about it.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
I am Manish, and I came into Krishna consciousness 2 years, maybe more than 2 years, because of my brother.
Okay.
He's my cousin brother, and he used to read books and all.
Okay.
So he asked me to get Bhagavad Gita. So yeah, I just got Bhagavad Gita because of him, and I put that in. We have always had temple at our home.
Yeah.
So I just put that Bhagavad Gita in temple.
Correct.
So I never read that.
Yeah.
And I used to smoke, do all those stuff before. But when I came to Halifax, exactly, that time we didn't have job. So then I started reading. He said you are having a lot of time. You're just wasting your time. You should start reading just one page. So that just read one page and then one page and then Bhagavad Gita. I read whole Bhagavad Gita and many more books. And I'm working in a construction company right now.
Okay.
And I have many hobbies. I always want to be in some activity. Like I am also doing book distribution here.
Okay.
I like to be public orator. I always like to speak.
Okay.
People, talk to people.
You are in the right place.
And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Good.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'm in Delhi. So like Krishna entered my life through Bhagavad Gita. So when I was living in Vancouver,
Okay.
so randomly, I found like the house where I was living. So Bhagavad Gita, or someone placed Bhagavad Gita in the living area closet.
Okay.
So I thought like why this book is here. At least I knew like this book is very religious. I was not that time connected to Krishna, but I knew that this is very spiritual and religious book. So I just took and put that in my closet like nicely.
Okay.
But I didn't read it for a couple of months. Then I went to the Brampton for
Okay.
my work. Then when I came, then I started search. I didn't touch the book, but then I started thinking about like what are the lessons of Bhagavad Gita. Randomly I started searching on the YouTube.
Okay.
And then I have the curiosity to know like who is Krishna.
Okay.
Like although like the curiosity started, there was a serial. Then I saw that serial. Then I was like Radha Krishna. Then I thought like this is not a proper. They are not saying proper about the Krishna. I want to know like the exact stories, like exact katha about the Krishna, like
Okay.
what accurate things are. Then I went to the Hindu temple on my birthday, and another time I also want to have the visit for have the darshans of Radha and Krishna. And that day there was my roommate. She said like, let's go to Vancouver downtown. I was like, okay. Then she said, okay. I said, before that I want to go to the temple. She said like, okay, well, you know what, there is one more temple that's on the way to the Vancouver downtown. And let's go there. I was like, can I see which temple is that? And I saw like there was a big deities of Radha and Krishna. I was like, oh my God, I really want to go there. And that was ISKCON Vancouver.
Vancouver, okay.
I was so amazed to see the deities. And when I went there, and one of the devotee I asked like, can I have a tilak? He said like, no, just come another day. We're gonna have the Sunday feast tomorrow. From there, my journey started.
Very good. Very nice. Yes, Mataji.
My name is Samita. I also did mechanical engineering.
Okay,
and
good.
I think I got connected to ISKCON after I moved to Halifax, because where I was before in Newfoundland, there wasn't like a ISKCON temple. We had a Hindu temple, and I think we had Radha and Krishna deities, but it wasn't ISKCON, so I wasn't like so connected, and also it was far. So, but because of a very good friend of mine, I got to know. Well, I knew about Bhagavad Gita, but as I listened to him talk more about it, I picked up Bhagavad Gita from my library. Luckily, they had one, and that book stayed with me for a full year throughout my university. Nobody else wanted it. I just kept it with me, borrowed it from the library, and that's how I came to know more about Krishna. And then I always thought about, I wish there was a temple or ISKCON nearby so that I can go. And then on my trip to Vancouver, I visited ISKCON Vancouver first.
Okay.
Luckily, I got a job here and I got to move here. And then on my first week here on Saturday, I came to ISKCON. Beautiful community, and keep coming back.
Continuing, okay.
Yeah, because
Very nice.
Krishna is just pulling and pulling and pulling, doesn't let anyone
Okay.
go.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Next, Neeraj. My name is Neeraj, and I joined ISKCON in ISKCONVrndavan in 2023, now in March. From there, I started chanting and reading books. So now I'm also trying to follow the Prabhupada instructions and associate with devotees.
Very good. Very nice.
I'm Aditya. I've done my engineering with information technology. I work for IT firm, and my Krishna consciousness journey started when I was in Bangalore. And from there it started. I received Bhagavad Gita. Started reading it, and almost I stayed connected to ISKCON. And I went to hometown when the pandemic came. There also there was a very small community of ISKCON, and now within couple of years they have grown into a big temple.
Where?
In Jamshedpur.
Jamshedpur. Oh. One doctor used to be there.
Yes.
I know him very well. I knew him very well.
So after that, I got moved to Canada on my work permit. And before coming to Canada, the first thing I searched if there is any ISKCON.
Okay.
I didn't know about this place, Halifax. It's quite a small place. As compared to, I was supposed to go to Toronto. Then I found ISKCON Halifax is there, and then I think after coming here, I got more connected and into
Okay. Very nice. Yes, on the Zoom, Mayank Prabhu. Mayank Prabhu?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Please accept my humble obeisances. It's good to see you again.
Yes.
About my journey, I basically, I used to come to ISKCON on and off before, and I would many times actually attend the Harinam Kirtan over here in Halifax. Before coming to Canada, I didn't really know much about ISKCON actually. I had read SrilaPrabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is during COVID, and that's actually the time when I became a vegetarian from and I used to eat meat before that and all that, so everything changed actually, I think, after reading Bhagavad Gita and a couple of other influences. Then during Kartik month actually last year, I met one of my friends, and I was told that okay, this is Kartik month and you should do Damodar Akshadam and all that, so I felt a very strong connection to Krishna. Then I made Krishna Prasadam, and then I was telling Ambarish Prabhu, and then that's actually when he gave me the chanting beads and japa bag, and then since then I started chanting, and then that's when I got even more and more involved, and then our new temple came in, and then there were more services, so I got more involved through that.
Very good, very nice. Yes, Pooja Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances.
Yes.
So, how I started my Krishna consciousness journey is in 2019. I was in India at that time, and I was so depressed, how from where to get the happiness and how to find the happiness. So I used to go to hill stations and find that, but I'm not getting anything. So one of my friends, she gave me a Bhagavad Gita, And I never read that, I just kept it home. And after 2 years, like after so much of depression and everything, I just read the Bhagavad Gita. And then I thought I have to go to Vrindavan. And then in the Vrindavan, I was like, I will never go to ISKCON, because I thought in my back of the mind, I was thinking like, oh, ISKCON people, they change the mentality of the person, and that's the temple of a foreigner, so they are here to take money and all. So, but then my friend told that, go to Vrindavan temple, and from there you have to purchase something. You don't go then like do something, but do anything, but you have to take some. She ordered something from ISKCON Vrindavan. I just went there, and then I saw Prabhupada, and then I met one person. He told me everything about, and there it is written a room like meditation room. So I just went there, and it was like from that day I just left everything, the onion garlic, and I started chanting, and everything was changed in my life. Yeah.
Very good, very nice. Okay, so it was supposed to be a question answer session, so you can shoot your questions, whatever you want to ask. I'll try to answer.
I think again like this. Again like this.
Not very necessarily. It can go whichever way you want. He already asked his question. I gave him an answer. Yeah. We can do randomly. Anybody who has a question can ask.
Prabhu, I can ask a question.
Yes. Yeah.
Prabhu, I have a question. Like you were saying, you were based in ISKCON Mayapur, and you have so many different experiences. I wanted to ask, based on your experience and based on Srila Prabhupada's teachings, when there's a situation when there's some sort of issue between two devotees, and there's a conflict or this disagreement, then what is the best way to resolve that? In your experience, how do you resolve that? What was Srila Prabhupada's teaching about that? And when someone comes to you for advice, what do you tell them?
See, generally what happens in the outside world is that when two people are in conflict, normally one person is right and another person is wrong, or both of them are wrong. Okay. It is never that both of them are right. Okay. But in Krishna consciousness, two people can be in conflict and both of them could be right also. Like for example, in the beginning of 5th canto, there is a very beautiful pastime of a prince known as Priyavrata. Priyavrata was the son of Swayambhu Manu, and he was the first son of Swayambhu Manu. And Swayambhu Manu is the father of mankind. So he had two sons, Priyavrata and Uttanapad. So Priyavrata did not want to rule the kingdom because he was not interested in ruling. So he became a brahmachari, and then he was under the training of Narada Muni. And Uttanapad became the king. And Uttanapad had a long dynasty. Uttanapad, after Dhruva, then Dhruva's children. Like that, about 10 generations went, all the way up to the Prachetas. The Prachetas did not have someone who could rule the kingdom because Daksha was born as the son of Prachetas, and he was a Brahman, he is not a Kshatriya. So he did not rule. So then there was nobody to rule the universe. So Swayambhu Manu went back to Priyavrata, and then he told him that now your brother's lineage is over, there is nobody to rule the kingdom, the whole universe is without a king, so you please come back. And then Priyavrata said, I don't want to come back because I have been a brahmachari for such a long time. Why will I come back? I'll get married and then I'll rule the universe. What is all this? I don't have to do it. And then his guru Narada Muni, he was also saying that yes, it's correct only. You don't have to do it. And according to Shastra, this is one order of a father which a son can legitimately refuse, to get married. He can legitimately refuse. There's nothing wrong in that. Otherwise, other order of the father is generally, according to Shastra, is not supposed to be refused. Anyway, so there is conflict between two great personalities. One is Swayambhu Manu, other one is Narada. Both of them are great personalities, and there is conflict between them. They are holding exactly opposite opinion. So this is not uncommon that it could happen like that. Okay? So it is happening in Bhagavatam, it can happen in Halifax also. It's not like a big deal. Okay? But first of all, we should see commonality. That's the first thing we should see. The two people are coming with two different opinions, but they both want to do some service to the movement, or to the temple, or to the deity, or to Prabhupada. So there is some commonality which is there. Okay. But within the services, somebody wants to give prominence to certain service, and someone wants to give prominence to certain other service. Like for example, Prabhupada said, book distribution is the most important service. Okay. But Prabhupada also said, doing Harinam Kirtan and distributing prasad is the most important service. And Prabhupada also said, worshipping deity is the most important service. Prabhupada also said, preaching is the most important service. Now, somebody may be attached to book distribution. He may say that book distribution is the most important service, Prabhupada said. And somebody may be attached to doing Harinam, and he may say, no, Harinam is the most important service because Prabhupada said. Now, they can fight to day's end whether book distribution is important or Harinam is important, right? But then the point is both are important. Now, the question is that how to facilitate both. So, Prabhupada says that there is a purport in 4th canto about the Prachetas itself. In that purport, Prabhupada says that there cannot be any difference of opinion amongst devotees. And then he says, if such a difference of opinion is there, then it should be treated as spiritual. So therefore, it should be treated as spiritual, and both of them should agree to follow an authority. That is the most important thing. Like for example, in the case of Priyavrita and Swayambhu, they both agreed to follow Brahma. Whatever Brahma said, they agreed to follow. So they should agree to follow an authority. So the authority can actually decide that what should take priority, what should take more priority, what should take less priority based on the situation which he is seeing. And they should be agreeable to authority. So this is the way we can resolve it very, very easily. But if there are certain aspects like someone takes it to their ego, or someone has some ulterior motive in trying to do some things, then that should be confronted, but it should be confronted very nicely. It should be confronted very nicely. It should not be confronted harshly. Because if someone is driven by some motive, or if someone is driven by some ego, Krishna is saying that even if you have some motive, if you come to me, it is all right. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna artho artharthi jigyasu jnani cha bharatarshava. So he is saying that if you want money, or if you just want to get rid of some difficulty, or if you want to know simply about absolute truth, or if you are a self-realized person, anybody can come to me, Krishna is saying. So Krishna is very inclusive in accepting peoples with their own motive. But Krishna also deals with it nicely later. Okay, so even if they come with some motive, we should confront, but we should confront nicely. And then make them understand that what can be done and what is better for them, etc. Generally, if we spend some time and listen to them, and then offer some solution, it gets resolved. Most of the time what happens is that we fail to sit and listen to them. We are more interested in offering solution than offering care. Care will only work, solution will not work. Because anybody who comes to Krishna consciousness is generally intelligent. With intelligent people, if you just propose a solution, then you are just dealing with their intelligence. You are not dealing with the soul. Intelligence is material, and it can work in very different way. But if you offer care, then you are actually dealing with the soul. Then the intelligence will soften. Then things work much better. That makes sense?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much for answering that. I was going to ask you a follow-up, but I think you already answered my question. But I was going to ask you, like, what is the situation such that the two devotees are having conflict, like the other person's like not responding or picking up calls, and this person also doesn't want to ask like senior devotees. Because they would be the authority, right? Like in a temple situation, like you mentioned, an authority would be senior devotees. But I understood the answer is to offer care and like slowly it will get resolved.
See, Rupa Goswami says, Dadati pradignati guhyam makyati prachadi bhungte bhojete chaiva sadvidam priti lakshanam. Okay. He says that to exchange love amongst devotees, 6 things should be done. They should give some gift, they should accept gift, then they should open their heart and speak, and they should also have some empathic listening. And then he says they should offer prasad, they should accept prasad. Okay. And in purport to that verse, Prabhupada actually writes that the International Society for Krishna Consciousness has been created for the purpose of facilitating the 6 loving exchanges amongst devotees. This is what Prabhupada writes. Okay. So, one may think that the purpose of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is to establish Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is not wrong. But then Prabhupada is also saying that as much as establishing Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead is the purpose of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the purpose of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is also have to loving exchange, to facilitate loving exchange amongst devotees. Because that is what spiritual world is. That keeping Krishna as center, everyone is exchanging love with each other. That's what spiritual world is. So if we keep that in mind, then we can deal with devotees also like that. If someone doesn't speak to you, you can buy a small gift to him and then go and give him that, Prabhuji, this is my gift. If you're a little bit upset with me, please accept this gift and then forgive me. So when you go with a gift and then when you're also going in a very soft mood, it's very difficult to say, no, I don't forgive you. It's very difficult to say. Or just go with some prasad and then say, Prabhuji, I got this prasad, I want to give it to you. What can you say? You just eat the prasad and smile, that's it.
Yes. Yeah.
Very simple. Life is very simple. If you keep life simple, it is very simple. If you complicate it, it becomes complicated. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhupada.
Okay. Any other question? Anybody else?
Prabhu, as we are neophyte devotees, right?
I am also neophyte.
We do a lot of aparas, while knowing and while unknowing it, right? So, with those aparas, sometimes we feel like our devotion towards Krishna is going downwards. So, how to deal with that aparas we done?
Just don't do it.
Just with the aparas we done in past, how we...
No, what is done in past is past. Okay. See, if you see the sides of chanting the holy name, the chanting the holy name itself is legitimately divided into 3 parts. One is Namaprad, then is Namabhas, third is Suddhanam. Okay. It is not that the chanting holy name is directly only Suddhanam. You start with Namaprad, means that you are chanting the holy name, but you don't know whether you are doing offense or you are not doing offense. Then you start understanding what are the offenses by knowing the 10 offenses. Then you come to the next stage. In that stage, you are consciously aware that these are the 10 offenses, and then I don't want to do these 10 offenses. Right? So now you are constantly trying to avoid doing offenses. This is called Namabhas. Okay? Generally, when a devotee moves from Namaprad to Namabhas, okay, then Krishna is also helping. See, we should always remember in Krishna consciousness, we are dealing with a person. We are not dealing with a system. Krishna is not a computer. Okay? Krishna is a person. Just like you are a person, I am a person. Krishna is a person. If someone is sincerely trying to help you, what will you do? You will help him also, no? If someone is sincerely trying to help you, you will help him also. You will not say that, no, you are working for me, but I will kick you. You will not say that. Right? If you are a reasonable person, if someone is trying to do something for you, you would like to reciprocate. And Krishna is a very, very reasonable person. Even without doing anything, he is reciprocating. Right? Like everybody is, in this world, everybody is not Krishna conscious. But everybody is getting oxygen. Krishna is not telling, hey, you are not Krishna conscious, oxygen supply cut. He is not saying like that, no? He is not saying like that. Whether someone is Krishna conscious, not Krishna conscious, atheist, nonsense, everybody Krishna is giving oxygen, carbon dioxide, vegetables, food, nice atmosphere, sun, moon, stars, whole 14 planetary system, circus, everything Krishna has made. He is not expecting that you pray to him. Without expectation, Krishna has done so much for you. But when you are trying to chant Krishna's name, he will not do anything to you. How is that possible? Not possible. So Krishna will help. But only thing is that if you think that you have done something seriously offensive previously, you should try to rectify it systematically. Like for example, if you have been very offensive to some devotee previously, you should just go to him and approach him. Prabhuji, without knowingly, unknowingly, I have done this offense against you. Please forgive me. And then try to pacify him. According to Shastra, it says that if you offend a devotee, we should fall at his feet. So you try to pacify him. Then generally devotees are very kind-hearted. If you just go and talk to them only, they will melt. Okay? And if you go and tell them, I am apologizing and all, they will completely melt. They will not say anything. They will forgive, that's it. Then offense is finished. But once you know that what are the 10 offenses, then you should also try to avoid those 10 offenses. But the common mistake devotees make is that they think that offenseless chanting means in the 2 hours of chanting, I should not do offense. Okay? In 2 hours of chanting, it is very, very unlikely that you will do offense. But you will do offense in the rest of the 22 hours. So the quality of life in the rest of the 22 hours decides the quality of chanting in the 2 hours. So you should focus on your 22 hours to get to 2 good hours of chanting. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's right. We more focus on that 2 hours, and we miss the 22 hours, which we are at a blind spot.
Yeah.
Blind spot.
Yeah. So you focus on the 22 hours. See, you should all understand that Krishna consciousness is not like yoga. Like you said that you are doing yoga. Yoga means you do half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. You do and then you forget it. That's it. Then next day that slot will come. That time you do yoga, right? In between you are doing whatever you are doing, right? But Krishna consciousness is not like that. Krishna consciousness is not like some Ashtanga yoga practice. That at that time you sit and put your leg on your head and head on your leg and then put your hand here, it's not like that. It is a lifestyle management system. Krishna consciousness is a lifestyle management system. You completely manage your entire lifestyle with Krishna consciousness. Means that it changes you as a person, like someone was telling that, I don't want to go to ISKCON because they will change you. You said like that. Puja Mata, you said, no? Of course, we have to change. That's why Krishna consciousness is there. There's a very nice, very, very interesting conversation with Prabhupada. There was a very famous case in US during Prabhupada's time, where parents of Prabhupada disciple, they sued ISKCON, saying that they are brainwashing. So this brainwash case was a very big case at that time. Okay? And it was a very threatening case also. The entire ISKCON was supposed to be closed. If that brainwashing case they had won that brainwashing case, ISKCON would have been kicked out of America. So, then they came and told Prabhupada, they have put this case, brainwashing case, against us. Prabhupada said, it is true, your brains are so dirty, I have to wash it, what else I can do? But then Prabhupada very, very intelligent. So Prabhupada also said that our evidence lies in all the books I have written. So he said, go and give the entire set of books to the judges, let them read all the books and then let them decide. Naturally, when they read the books, the case was dismissed. But Prabhupada said this, that your brains are dirty, therefore we have to wash it. Right? So sometimes we should not be worried about brainwashing also. It's good only. Let brain get washed, brain will get clean. Right? Okay.
So, Guru, I have a question regarding discipline. Sometimes, we woke up early in the morning, we feel, it's happening, and then again we get lazy. Next week, we forgot to do 1 round, 2 round, and then, so what we should do to have consistency?
See, you have to sleep on time to get up on time. Okay. Many times we focus on the wrong place. We focus on getting up on time, but we don't focus on sleeping on time. Okay. Because getting up on time is very glamorous. Sleeping on time requires discipline. Right? You are focusing on the glamour point. You are not focusing on the discipline point. Because if you get up at 4 o'clock, you feel so good. It's like a feel-good factor. But if you have to get up at 4 o'clock, you have to sleep also on time. Okay? So sleeping on time is important to get up on time. This is number one. Number two, if you really want to be disciplined in your sadhana, then you should keep some record of your sadhana till you become disciplined. Once you become disciplined, it may not be required. But till you become disciplined, you should keep a record of your sadhana, because that's how mind works. Mind works when you actually give a structure to it. Like you make an Excel sheet and then you make some sadhana chart. Standard sadhana charts are available. So you make a sadhana chart. And also nowadays there is also an app available. It's called Bhakti Steps. You can download that app. Okay. So that app has all the things, that when you got up, when you slept, when did you chant, how many rounds, all that record is there. So you record. Okay. Because when you record, data becomes visual. Okay. Visualization of data is very, very powerful. Nowadays, those who know data science, they speak so much volumes about the importance of visualizing data. The moment you visually see data, it's very, very powerful. It's very powerful. This is number one. Number two, you report to someone. In Hindi, we have two terms, anata and sanata. Anata means what?
No parents.
Without master. It is there in most languages. Even in South Indian languages, we have the same word, anata. Anata means without parents, means without master. Sanata means with parents. Okay. Now, this Joe Biden had one dog. Okay. And in Mayapur, on the street, there is also a street dog. That is also dog. This is also dog. Right? Street dog is also dog. Joe Biden's dog is also dog. But Joe Biden's dog is the first dog of America. The other dog is a street dog. Why the difference?
One is with master.
One is with master, one is without master. So, if you accept authority and if you report to authority, then you will become disciplined. When you don't accept authority, when you don't report to authority, then you are reporting to your mind. And your mind is meant to keep you in this world. Mind has been specially made. There is only one purpose for mind. What is the purpose of mind? How to keep the soul tied to one after another material body. How to keep the soul tied to one after another material body. This is the purpose of mind. So if there is no master, mind will become master. Then you have to dance to the tunes of mind. Right?
Yeah.
So if you really want to improve, then you should do two things. What is that?
Record bhakti.
Record your activities, sadhana. And then second is report to some authority. Accept some authority and report to that authority. Otherwise, you will auto-report to your mind. And mind will tell you, okay, relax man, take it easy. You are doing too much austerity. Oh, how much work you have done. You are doing your office work, you are doing bhakti. Too much work you are doing. You just need to take a break. Take the chill pill and sleep today. Nothing is going to happen. Right?
Yeah. But Prabhu, in Canada, in this age, it's really time to go for to financially, physically, we are improving. Like as I'm 24-year-old, I'm putting my time into business and so many things. So still.
Correct. You should understand, why did Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita? Why Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita?
Because Arjuna had to do his karma.
To establish the dharma again?
No, this is all very high level answer. Give some immediate answer. What happened before speaking Bhagavad Gita? What was happening before speaking Bhagavad Gita?
Arjuna was feeling helpless.
Huh?
Arjuna was feeling helpless, and that's why Krishna gave.
And what did Arjuna say? What was Arjuna supposed to do?
I cannot kill my.
Like
Arjuna was supposed to fight. So what did he say?
He cannot give his.
I will not fight, right? Why did Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita?
So we can fight.
So that Arjuna can fight. So Krishna consciousness is about not fighting. Krishna consciousness is about fighting. You should understand this. So in case of Arjuna, it was fighting. In case of you, making money. So Krishna consciousness is not about not fighting or not making money and not going forward in the career. It is about doing it. You should always remember this. You should always remember this. Krishna consciousness is not about running away. It is about standing and facing what you have to do. This is what Krishna consciousness is all about. But then Krishna taught Arjuna how to do it properly. Krishna taught Arjuna how to do it properly. So this is the age to focus on the career. This is the age to make money. This is the age to do things. I agree with you. But there is a method of doing it properly. You can do it properly, you can do it peacefully, you can do it with full concentration, or you can do it according to what your mind says. Right? So if you do it according to what your mind says, you will get some result. If you do it as per what Krishna says, you will get another result. Right? So therefore, we should always remember this. Krishna consciousness is not about giving up your job, giving up money making, giving up everything. It's about doing all those things properly in a disciplined way. Yeah? Prabhupada very clearly said that when there is, he said, spiritual prosperity will be followed by material prosperity. I was working. I was an engineer. Okay. I was in Dubai. At least Canada is much relaxed place. Dubai is like a very tough place. No rules and regulations. No so much social rules, social security rule, nothing. You go there means you work. You may have to work 15 hours, 16 hours also. Okay. I was working in Dubai. I worked for 18 years. Okay. And I had a reasonably good career. Okay. I joined in a company as project engineer, and then I retired as general manager. When I retired, I gave up my job and came. Right. And I retired at the age of 42 also. Okay. And I made reasonable money. And I am very happy. I am going around now. I am doing some service to ISKCON. So the point is, it's not that you cannot be successful. And my experience is, I know how I was working before I was Krishna conscious, and I know how I was working after I was Krishna conscious. So my work efficiency improved a lot, and my career improved a lot after I became Krishna conscious. Because I understood how to work. Bhagavad Gita also teaches you many things. It's not that just it teaches you philosophy, it also teaches you many practical things. Okay, it teaches how to manage yourself, it teaches how to manage others, it teaches many things. So, you can do everything, but if you do it in a proper Krishna conscious way, you will do it also in a way that it benefits you as a spirit soul.
So, Prabhu, I have one more little question. It's like, yeah, it can be a stupid question, but still, why we shouldn't lie?
Why we shouldn't lie? Because two things. One is that by lying, we are creating karma. Okay. By creating karma, we have to stay in this world. Okay. Why we want to stay in this world? For that, you have to do some little analysis. Okay. I'll give you simple logic. Nobody wants to die. Yes or no? Okay. And everyone wants to be always happy. Yes or no? Okay. And we want happiness which is always present, which is ever increasing, and which is full of variety. Yes or no? We want happiness with these three qualities. Happiness which is always there, happiness which is ever increasing, and happiness which is full of variety. Correct or no? Anybody disagrees with this? Everybody agrees, right? Okay. Now, let us come to our reality. Are we always happy? No. We are sometimes happy, we are sometimes miserable. Okay. Some people are sometimes more happy, less miserable. Some people are more miserable, less happy. But everyone is having a mixture of happiness and misery. Okay. Is anyone not dying? Everybody is dying.
Yeah.
Okay. If our nature is to only experience a mixture of happiness and misery, and if our nature is to die, where did the desire for not dying come from? Where did the desire for experiencing happiness always come from? Where is the source of it?
The soul.
Yeah. There is some source for it. Otherwise it cannot come, right? Can there be a desire to see horse's egg? Can there be a desire to see horse's egg? Can there be a desire? No. Why? Because horse egg doesn't exist. It's very simple, right? It's a very simple logic. Horse egg doesn't exist. So there cannot be a desire to see horse egg. So we can only desire what exists in our experience. Is this clear? Yes. Is this point clear? So that means within our experience, there is an experience where we will not die. Within our experience, there is an experience where we will always experience happiness. That is why we have that desire. Okay. Now we are trying to fulfill that desire through a medium. What is that medium? The medium is this body. We are trying to fulfill the desire to be happy, and we are fulfilling the desire not to die through the medium of this body. Is this clear? Okay. But what is the nature of this medium? The nature of this medium is that it will get destroyed. Okay. And the nature of this medium is that by nature it gives you misery. Like, I'll give you a simple example. When you are happy, you will nicely laugh, right? When you are too much happy, you will laugh too much. But if you laugh too much, what will happen?
Cry.
Cry is okay. What will happen? It hurts. It hurts. The stomach hurts. Now, have you ever thought that if I am happy, why the body should hurt? Have you ever asked this question? Did any school teach you to ask this question?
No, we actually glorify this. That I laughed too much and I had a pain in my body.
So if you are happy, your body also should be happy, no? Logical, yes or no? If you are happy, your body also should be happy, right? You are happy, but your body is giving you pain. What does that mean? By nature, body can give only pain. That is what it means. Beyond a certain limit, body can deliver only pain. It cannot deliver happiness. You don't require to be a big scientist or philosopher to understand this. If you laugh too much, you will understand this. Okay? So, how are you going to fulfill your desire of not dying and experiencing always happiness with a medium which is exactly opposite in nature. You cannot do it, right? Are you convinced about it? That you cannot do it? So therefore, you should do everything to get out of this medium. Yes or no? And you should do everything which will not make you stuck into this medium again. Yes or no? Therefore, you should not lie. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Because if you lie, you will get karma.
Even the small lie.
Okay, now who can lie?
Yeah.
See, there are circumstances where you could lie. Okay? Shastra is not impractical. Shastra is very practical. Shastra says a businessman can lie about his profit. That is not sin. He can tell the customer, I am giving this special price only for you. I am selling this, you loss. Okay? If it is not for you, I will not give this price to anybody. Believe me, you are my best friend. That is why I am giving this. Don't tell anyone that I gave this price. Everybody will come and eat my head. Otherwise, asking for the same price. So much dialogue that fellow will make, and then he will make maximum profit from this guy. Right? It's perfectly all right for a Vaishya to lie on the matter of profit, because that is how he will do his business. If he goes and tells, I am making only 50% profit on this. Okay? Please let me make this 50% profit. Will anybody give him 50% profit? Nobody will give him 50% profit. They will say, why don't you sell cost to cost? Why don't you sell below cost? Go and make profit from somebody else. All this they will say. Yeah? So Shastra says a businessman can lie about his profit. It is not a sin. Okay? Same way Shastra says, you can speak a lie if somebody else's life is in danger, and by speaking that lie, you can save his life. You can speak a lie. At that time, you should speak a lie. At that time, if you speak truth, then you will go to hell. In Mahabharata, there is a story. So there was one man who was chased by many dacoits who wanted to rob him and kill him. And he came to ashram of one sage, and this sage has taken vow that I will not speak a lie. Okay? He has taken vrata, I will not speak a lie. Okay? He came and told that sage, I am going to hide in your ashram. These dacoits are chasing me. When they come and ask you, please tell them that I am not here. Okay? And then he went and hid inside his ashram. And the dacoits came and asked him, oh my dear sage, you are very famous for not lying. You have always told the truth. Now tell us the truth. This guy, where is this guy hiding? The sage is thinking, oh, I have taken vrata not to lie. And then he told that guy is hiding inside my ashram. They caught him, they killed him, they robbed him. And because of that sin, they went to hell. Along with all of the dacoits, the sage also went to hell. Why? In that place, he is supposed to lie. That is what Shastra says. So Shastra is not impractical. Shastra is giving practical instruction, where to lie, where not to lie. If you lie in a place where you are not supposed to lie, you will get sin. If you don't lie in a place where you are supposed to lie, you will get sin. You understand?
Yeah. What about if you don't lie but avoid? Sometimes we do that when I don't want to lie to somebody.
You can avoid.
And then we just avoid.
You can avoid. Or you can intelligently speak truth.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Prabhu, on the same question, so you said happiness, ever increasing, different kind of happiness, and what is that?
Always present.
Always present. So that kind of happiness is that when we get after, like, we leave the body and get back to Krishna, is that what you mean? That?
No, if you are fully Krishna conscious, you can experience that happiness now also. You don't have to leave the body and all.
With this body?
With this body you can face. See, in the material world, misery gives misery. And happiness gives more misery. In this world, misery gives misery and happiness gives more misery. I'll explain. Okay. Suppose you like gulab jamun. Okay. And you don't get gulab jamun. You are miserable. Right? Now you like gulab jamun. And then you are sitting in a feast. And you are seeing that everyone is getting served gulab jamun. And you are very happy. Gulab jamun is coming. Gulab jamun is coming. Gulab jamun is coming. And just before you, gulab jamun finishes. And then the guy says, sorry, I don't have gulab jamun for you. You will feel more miserable than not having gulab jamun. Okay, case number 1. Case number 2, he gave you gulab jamun. You ate the gulab jamun. Now gulab jamun is finished. You are asking, can I get one more gulab jamun? He is saying, no, I have to serve everybody. So you didn't get your gulab jamun. That means you are miserable. Okay. Now this is case number 2. Now I give you number 3. You like gulab jamun. And your friend brought 100 gulab jamun and told you to eat all the gulab jamun. What will happen to you? You will be miserable. So, in this world, misery gives misery, happiness gives more misery. Is clear? Is clear? Okay. But in Krishna consciousness, happiness gives happiness and misery gives more happiness. But how to understand that misery gives more happiness? For that you have to experience that misery. I have to complete hospital. I have to complete hospital. Morning, evening I am thinking, how to complete hospital, how to complete hospital. Life is miserable. Life is miserable because I need to complete my hospital. Okay? But I am very happy. But I am very happy. So, misery can give happiness. For that, you have to become Krishna conscious. Yes.
Like when we are in the process of attaining some task, how to remain positive?
Okay. So I will give the same answer which I gave to you. Okay.
It's a good revision for me.
In this material world, everything is result oriented. You may prepare very well for an exam. You may day and night, you may read for the exam. You may write 100 revision tests and score top mark in all the revision tests. On the day of exam, if you don't write the exam properly and if you fail, nobody will give any credit for your preparation. Because you failed the exam. Clear? In the material world, everything is result oriented. If you get the result, you have something. And if you don't get the result, you have nothing. But even if you get the result, you have something only for some time because everything in this material world is temporary. Okay? For example, you do very well in your university. You get nice university rank. So, you are very successful. Right? But that success is only short-lived because immediately you have to hunt for a job. Right? And if you land up in a bad job, your university degree being topper at university is no longer useful. Somebody may be bottomer in the university and he may get a good job. Then you will keep seeing him and then you keep thinking, oh, I became topper, this fellow was bottom, he is having better job than me. Everything is temporary in this world. You have to achieve the result, then only you can get something, and whatever you get also is temporary. You understood? This is clear? Okay. So therefore, in the material world, everybody is focusing on result and feeling miserable. And feeling miserable. Clear? So, when you come to Krishna consciousness, you should understand Krishna consciousness is process oriented. It is not result oriented. The focus is on the process. So, if you are able to focus on the process, you already got your result. So, if you understand this, then you can always be enthusiastic.
And how to have...
I will give you an example. Okay. Now, you go on book distribution. Okay. And then you have a target in your mind. Today I will distribute 10 Bhagavad Gita. But you didn't distribute one Bhagavad Gita also. Okay. Now you are successful or not successful? You are? Why?
Because in my heart I feel like I have done some service.
See, the process counts. Whether you sold 10 Bhagavad Gita or you didn't sell 10 Bhagavad Gita, doesn't matter. Okay? But the very fact that you went out there, you stood there, you showed the book to 10 people, and you tried to sell, that itself will give you satisfaction. Okay? But it is not the same when you do your business. If your boss sets you a target, and you try to achieve the target, and you don't achieve, neither you will feel satisfaction nor your boss will feel satisfaction. Okay. You cannot go and tell your boss, boss, I tried. He will tell you, go and try in some other company. Right? Yes or no? So, Krishna consciousness is process oriented. So, when you focus on the process, you can always be enthusiastic. And the result will be a consequence of that focus on the process. Does it make sense? How to maintain that energy? You maintain that energy by being in association of devotees. That's very important. If you're not in association of devotees, then you cannot maintain that energy. So when you are in association, that means you are protected. Then you are with like-minded people, you are discussing like-minded things, you are trying to move forward, then each of you can enthuse the other person, then you can move forward. So therefore association is very important. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, devotion is compared to a creeper. Devotion is compared to a creeper. You know a creeper? Plant, creeper. Devotion is compared to a creeper. Okay? And creeper generally is like very flexible, fragile. Okay? And easily it can get destroyed. Until it becomes very firmly established, it can get destroyed very easily. So, the fence, so therefore, when we grow a creeper, generally we fence the creeper. Okay, so that the creeper remains protected and then it will grow nicely. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained that the fence to protect the creeper of bhakti is association and following four regulative principles. That is the fence to protect the creeper of bhakti. So when you are in association of devotees and you are following four regulative principles, your devotion is well protected. It's clear?
Prabhu, we don't have much time, but I have two questions. First is you shared that you were working in a corporate and before Krishna consciousness and after that as well, and you have seen a lot of effectiveness and optimization in the work. So what are teaching and learning you applied after coming to Krishna consciousness so that you were more optimized and effective in your work?
So first point I understood from Krishna consciousness is that result is not in my hand. But putting effort is in my hand. So I should focus on what is in my hand and I should not so much worry about what is not in my hand. Okay. Second point I firmly believed is that Krishna is in control. and whatever he is doing is good for me. Okay. So develop that healthy dependence on Krishna. So when you do that, then what happens is that you are not so much frustrated because you're not supportless. Okay, the second point. Third point is that you learn the value of time. Because you know that you have to chant, you know that you have to do preaching, you know you have to do different activities for Krishna, and you also know that you have to do your work. So then there is hardly any time to waste. And you become very, very conscious about your time. Like my job involved, initially I was in site for a long time. Then when I came into management, I was more like office oriented. So my job involved a lot of meetings. So I'll always keep Bhagavatam open on my computer. And in between two meetings, when I get 2 minutes, I'll read Bhagavatam. I completed entire Bhagavatam like that. And whenever I am going, Dubai traffic is very famous. You sit in the car, you have to sit at least for 45 minutes, 1 hour. Okay? So 45 minutes, 1 hour, I'll always listen to proper lecture. So constantly I'll keep listening to proper lecture. So you become more focused on what you want to do, and you also become more focused on how you have to do your job effectively within the given time. Otherwise, you know Murphy's rule. What is that? Any work expands to whatever time it is there. That is a perfect thing. It's a joke, but it is a perfect thing. When you have time, work expands. The same work which you can do in half an hour, you can do for whole half day also. So 1 hour lunch time, all my colleagues used to sit and eat 1 hour lunch. Exactly 5 minutes I'll eat lunch, or 10 minutes I'll eat lunch. I'll carry light lunch, I'll eat only 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, 40 minutes I'll sit and read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, whatever I have to read. So initially my colleagues made fun of me. After some time, they stopped making fun of me. And after some time, when they get into trouble, they will come to me for advice. Because they understand that this guy is a sadhu. And till now, Indians have this mentality that if you get into trouble, you should go to a sadhu.
I have realized one thing, Prabhu, recently. I've seen like Muslim people, they freely wear like in the buses, like everywhere they go, they don't feel hesitate to wear their traditional clothes. Then I thought like why we are shy to apply our tilak.
I have traveled in the whole world.
I also travel as it is like.
I went to Russia, I went to Siberia, I went to America. Only place I cannot go with this is my own place, which is Dubai, because some restriction is there. But otherwise, I have traveled with this.
Feel like we should also come ahead, like everyone should come ahead. Like we should also proudly come ahead to follow our culture as this. No one in Canada restrict them, and no one has never said anything to me as well. So no one mind here. Yeah.
People are too busy to think about others. We are only thinking that, oh, everybody is seeing us. Nobody has time, I'm telling you.
Only we are so shy.
We are so conscious. Nobody has time. Whether you wear, you don't wear, nobody cares. Nobody cares what you do.
They can be so proud of their culture. Why we can't be so proud of
Definitely, we can. You said 2 questions.
Second question is like what Manish Prabhu asked, like about lying. So in a corporate job, we also have to sometimes say that, okay, this will take this much 1 or 2 day time. So is it okay to lie? I know it will be completed 1.5 day. To make sure that I have my own time as well. Like you said.
No, it is okay. But only thing is that, see, what you should be very careful is that same mentality you should not carry to Krishna consciousness also. See, what happens is that it becomes like a habit. So then when you have to do something in Krishna consciousness, you know that it can be done in 2 hours, then also you say, no, it will take 4 hours. Because you are used to playing safe. Right? So that same mentality you should not carry it here. Okay. Or generally what you can say is that I expect this to be done in 2 days, but if it finishes early, I will come back to you, you can say. So then you are not exactly lying also. Yeah.
That is also your business.
That's why I
No. Only a businessman can lie on the matter of profit. He cannot lie on the matter of anything else. You have to be very careful. Huh? That's why you have to be very careful. He can lie only on the matter of profit. He cannot lie on the matter of quality. He cannot give a bad quality product and then say, oh, I am giving you 100% excellent quality. He cannot say all that. Only thing he can lie on the matter of profit. You understand? So it's not like it's like a open check. Bhai jo karna hai kar lo. It's not like that.
Why I ask this question, like we are in the Krishna consciousness association, but in office we don't have same association.
Correct, yeah.
And colleagues. So if I say like, okay, something is completed tomorrow, they will load with me for me, like they'll keep a lot of work for me and they'll just throw those work to me. Okay,
Yeah. I understand that. So what I used to do in my office also, I will come on time and I will leave on time.
Setting boundaries. Sorry.
Hmm?
Setting boundaries.
Yeah. Come on time, leave on time, learn to say no. All these things are important.
I'm someone like who always struggles to say no.
No, but you should learn to say it. You should learn to say no.
I've been better, like I think, from past.
See, when someone asks you to chant 16 rounds, okay, very easily you say, no, I don't have time.
Oh, yes.
Correct?
Like that.
Right? Yes or no? That time we don't hesitate. A matter of life and death, we are not hesitating. Okay? Chanting 16 rounds is a matter of life and death. That we don't hesitate. We say, no, I don't have time. Sorry, sir, I am doing so much work. So where we should not say no, we don't hesitate to say no. But where we should learn to say no, there we say, oh, it's difficult for me to say no. No, it is not difficult for you to say no, because you are saying no in a place where you are not supposed to say no. You understand? Right? I'm not putting on spot, by the way. I'm just, see, many times we don't realize what we can do and what we cannot do. We just get stuck in a bubble. And then we think, I cannot do this. What you are saying, I cannot do this, that you are doing it in another place very freely. Right? But you have to just bring that mentality here and take this mentality there. Only exchange of mentality should happen. Right? It's a very simple thing. But we don't think like that. You don't think that here I am saying no easily, so therefore I can say no there also easily. We don't think like that. We think that, oh, how can I say no? But you are saying no. Makes sense, no? So that is why this society is called as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. You should become conscious of what you are doing. The moment you become conscious of what you are doing, 90% of your problem is solved. 90% of your problem is solved simply by becoming conscious of what you are doing. 10% Krishna will solve it. Okay? Yes, sir?
Prabhu, I have one more question. It's like, what is the value of keeping words? Sometimes we say, I promise you, I will be there, or something like that. So, where we should be very sensitive, in this matter, keeping your word.
You are married?
No.
Normally when people are married, I tell them that whatever you promise your wife, you please keep that promise. And then I tell them, never promise anything to your wife. See, you should keep your word, what you promise to do in Krishna consciousness. Okay? What you promise to do outside, you may be able to do it, you may not be able to do it. But at least you should be truthful. At least you should be truthful. Even in the outside world also. At least you should be truthful.
Yeah, it's like saying learn to say no if we can't do it. We are not able to do it. Yeah.
Neeraj?
And Prabhu, is there any, these are the only two things for which we can lie, or?
Now you got him thinking.
I have read, I think there is some more things.
Let's change the topic.
Generally, if it can cause auspiciousness to someone, then you can lie.
I also read in Bhagavatam, I think we can lie in the marriage, for the marriage of
No, that's not Bhagavatam. Generally, there's a saying that in order to conduct a marriage, you can speak even 1,000 lies. There's a saying like that. But that saying is all meant for materialistic people. It's not meant for us. Because the point is, why that saying came, there's a reason behind it. One of the most pious activities a person can do is Kanigadan. According to the Vedic system, the most pious activity one person can do is Kanigadan. And the most pious activity one can do is to accept Kanigadan. So in order to do that, then they are saying that you have some license to lie. But this is all dharma kind of stuff. This is not meant for us. In devotee marriages, we should not lie. We should tell the truth.
In case in future we want to be entering in the marriage.
Okay, so I will give you some basic things to think about. Okay. The first point you should understand is that when we end, it's not only for married life, but for everybody, the point of reference should be Shastra. And in our case, point of reference, Shastra means Prabhupada books. We should accept them as point of reference. Otherwise, if we just deal with opinions, then there is no end to anything. Okay. I can have my opinion, you can have your opinion, he can have his opinion. And whose opinion to follow? So therefore, the point of reference should be Shastra. And in our case, Shastra means Prabhupada books. That's the first point. Because when you enter into Grihastha life, you are entering into some big responsibility. So in that responsibility, many kind of misunderstanding can come. So there should be some point of reference to resolve that misunderstanding. So that point of reference should be Shastra. This is number one. And in order to keep the point of reference as Shastra, better to marry a devotee. Because then both of you have the same point of reference. Otherwise, you have one point of reference and the other person has other point of reference. Then it becomes a little bit incompatible. So this is second point. Third point is that when a man and woman are getting married in Krishna consciousness, they are doing so to save each other from Maya. When a man and woman are getting married in Krishna consciousness, they are doing so to save each other from falling into Maya. They are not getting married to push each other into Maya. Okay. When a man and woman who are not devotees, they are marrying each other, they are marrying to push each other into Maya. But in this case, we are marrying to save each other from Maya. We should always remember this. Okay, this is number one. And number two, we should remember that in a Krishna conscious marriage, there should be reciprocation of love and service. There should be reciprocation of love and service. Okay, it's not a one-way path. There should be reciprocation of love and service. It's clear? Okay. Then the next thing we should remember about Krishna conscious marriage is that in a Krishna conscious marriage, the purpose of having a Krishna conscious marriage is to have children. Okay. It's another matter if Krishna will not give you children. But you should not think that I will get married but I will not have children. Okay. If a man thinks that I don't want to have children, then he can remain brahmachari, he doesn't have to get married. Right? So, there should be some attempt to have children. That is the purpose of Krishna conscious marriage. Okay? Because then you have taken responsibility for that marriage. Then if by Krishna's mercy, there is no children, then it's okay. That's a different story. Okay. Then, another point you should remember about Krishna conscious marriage is that you should live your married life in the mood of a servant, not in the mood of a master. Okay. Who is the master? You should have deity in the house, and deity is the master. You should have deity in the house. Deity can be in the form of picture, deity can be in the form of deity, but deity should be the master, and all of us should be a servant. Okay. We should have that mood while living Krishna conscious married life. Otherwise, it is very easy to consider ourselves as master in married life. Very easy. So therefore, we should always keep Krishna as the master. Okay, and we should consider ourselves as servant. Okay. Now, the final point. Okay. When a thief enters a house, what does he see first?
Is there anyone in the house?
Locks.
Is there anyone who's going to beat me?
Camera.
You know.
Where is the
When a
Where is the exit?
Yes. When a thief enters the house, the first thing he ascertains is how to escape. Okay? Then comes everything else. Camera, money, this, everything else comes next. First of all, jaan bachane ka hai. Okay? Then rest everything comes. Okay? A devotee should enter married life just like a thief enters a house. A devotee should enter married life just like a thief enters the house. What does it mean? You should not think that married life is permanent. Married life is meant for a certain point of time. After that, you should take something called as vanaprastha. You should take something called as vanaprastha. When the children are grown up, when they are married, when they have their job, then you still should not be just stuck to money-making business. At that time, what you should do? You should give up all the money-making business and try to do Krishna consciousness seriously. That is called vanaprastha. Not that you get married, you have children, and then your son gets married, and your daughter-in-law comes, and now you are making your plan how to control your daughter-in-law. and keeping the key of the house in your pocket.
That means like living with the family or living without the family?
No, you can live with the family, you can live without the family, it doesn't matter. But if, suppose by the time you get married, you have children, in another 25 years, okay? Children grown up, they get married, 25, 30 years. So then, that time there will be a big temple in Halifax. And there will be so many services there. You should still not be stuck to your house. You should leave all your job. Morning to evening, you should sit in the temple and do some service. And whenever you get time, you can come back to your house.
Basically leaving job and responsibilities.
Everything you leave and then do some service. At that time, not now. Not now, okay? At that time. When your responsibilities as a married man is over, then you should know how to exit married life also. Okay?
I mean, let's say if we don't find any Krishna conscious girl or a boy, is there any forum that if someone is interested, he can get to meet some devotee boy?
See, actually I am seeing that in Canada, wherever I went, there are a lot of boys, there are a lot of girls. Okay? I am seeing this practically. Wherever I went, there are a lot of boys, there are a lot of girls. So some senior devotees should come up and they should make some matrimonial service. Okay? The basic template is there. In Mayapur, we have the basic template for it. It is called Vaishnava Marriage Bureau. Okay? And in that, we have a very good system. All the systems are established. The basic template is there. You can just take the template and apply it. And if you make a nice database, like every website is there, how to register is there, everything is there. The whole process is also there. There's a clear scientific process. We have a expectations questionnaire of more than 200 questions, which the boy should answer, the girl should answer. When they register only, they should answer. It's not necessary that they should have a boy to answer this question, like girl should have a boy to answer this question, boy should have a girl to answer this question. It's not like that. When they register only, they should answer because it is about them and their expectations. It has got nothing to do with whether there's a boy or girl is there or not. Then we also have a system of matching those expectations and then taking out the best matches and then suggesting to the boys and girls. Like, these are your expectations and these are the best matches for that expectation. So everything is there. Just someone should take responsibility and then and we are also giving training from Vaishnava Marriage Bureau. We are also giving training, premarital training course we are conducting. Very frequently we are conducting. For boys, girls, we are conducting. So they can get registered in the premarital training course. They can actually go through the whole premarital stuff. And they can get ready. And then they register in the Vaishnava Marriage Bureau. Then they can look for, because in every temple there are bunch of boys, bunch of girls. Okay. So if some devotees come together and if they try to do something, then you can make a whole database for Canada, and then you will have a lot of eligible boys and eligible girls, and some cross-matching can be done.
Prabhu, how to ensure that bureau service, it will be a website, right?
Yeah.
It is not misused, because any social platform nowadays, there are a lot of spam profile and so.
No, but this is, we are running, no, it's a private thing, it's not like.
So not anyone can register.
Not anyone can register. Unless someone who has a reference, they cannot register.
ISKCON, then on the
Yes.
then it makes sense.
It's not like a public thing. It's not like open for all. That's why I'm saying we need some senior devotee. Why I'm saying that? Otherwise I will just say, okay, register everybody. Oh. We need some senior devotee in Canada. Like there should be a group of senior devotees in Canada who will take responsibility for that. They should come forward. Then the platform is there, they can utilize the platform. For Canada-based devotees, they can utilize the platform. Yes, Mayank?
Yeah, Prabhu, I don't know if there's like a database that exists in Canada or North America, but Parth Prabhu, who was like a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he conducts like pre-matter, like there's a Vaishnava family resources online, and they do these like trainings and workshops like you mentioned, him and his wife. They had visited Halifax too a while back, and he was at the mantra retreat, so he was telling me more about it. So that resource exists for like devotees over here. They can register and all that, and online resources are there. But the idea of a database is also good.
Yeah, so he's saying that North America also somebody is doing.
That's Prabhu, just a training. So let's say I'm looking for a girl, I will not find anything, any leads over there. Okay, there are 400 questions that I can ask to a girl to know what kind of interest she has. And the 200 questions that I ask for myself, that okay, what exactly I'm looking for in marriage. But there is no database. I cannot go and check.
No, VMB is like you have both. You also have the expectation questionnaire, and you also have a registration process by which you can register, and then you can get profiles.
Yeah, here we don't get profiles or anything.
Yeah, in VMB you can do that.
Yes.
You can get profiles.
Partha and Anuttama, they are in BC, Vancouver.
Okay, this is I think North American Crest Ocean, GVT. Yeah, I think I met them once long time back in Mayapur. I think I met them once long time back in Mayapur. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Sharanagati actually, yeah, in BC.
Yeah, so whatever resources there can be utilized. Okay? Anything more? Are we satisfied? All good?
So, Prabhu, just to add the conclusion question as we are talking about. So, if there is a person who's been there in our life from last 2 or 3 years or more than that, and he or she is non-devotee, then do you think by going with that person and getting married to that person gonna make her or him devotee?
No, who am I to think like that? Whatever Krishna wants will happen. But instead of taking the risk of getting married, you can test the water by just preaching to that person and then telling that person that no onion, no garlic, and telling that person chant some rounds. So there is a good possibility that person will simply run away from your life also. I am not saying that 100% that person will run away. I am just saying there is a good possibility that the person will run away from your life also. If they know that this is your lifestyle and this is what you are going to take up into. But you should not just do it to scare them. You should do it with the genuine interest of making them a devotee. So if the person becomes devotee, then your problem is already solved. You are going to get married to a devotee. If the person doesn't become devotee, the person will know this guy is crazy and run away. So then your problem is solved because you are not marrying a devotee. Either way, your problem will get solved. But you should try to make that person a devotee. You should sincerely try to make that person a devotee. And when you do that, whatever happens is good for you. It's clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's very inspiring to see all of you. Always I'm inspired to see youth because I think youth is the future of ISKCON.
Yes.
So therefore, always it's very, very inspiring to see young people taking up Krishna consciousness, having so much enthusiasm to practice, to know what is right and what is wrong, etc. So it's, whether you are inspired by me or not, I am very inspired by all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.